I went to Arthur's Seat yesterday and I didn't bring the camera. I know. If you've watched One Day, you'd know all about Arthur's Seat and some of the spots in Edinburgh. Because I'll put some photos on the screen. But we saw, those stairs in One Day, sad scene, and Arthur's Seat and all that, and the area where they first met. Yeah, I didn't bring the camera. Ignorant at first because I just didn't even think about it. But then, look, I love making content. But today's my last day here. And yesterday was my second last day. And I can't help but think that I'm not going to spend quality time, to be honest, with my family once I get back. It's just not going to happen as much because we're all busy. I'm just less in family mode and happy-go-lucky and chatty all the time when I'm home with my family. So, yeah, yesterday was really good. But today's our last day. Josh!
Okay. Welcome to Sam Witness. What are we doing? Are we doing a little room tour or are we just walking around with the microphone? Or?
Okay.
So welcome to Edinburgh. As you can see, we've got a pretty good view of the street down there. Now correct me, Sam, is this the Golden Mile or is that another adjacent street?
I think it's the Royal.
Stupid. Okay. As you can see, Sam and I have set up our little workspaces as well. Table that bends and folds and hey, watch it. So what are they up to today? It's like a bit of piano going on out in the street. Yeah, basement. Yeah, well, thank you for watching.
Welcome back to my room, to the studio. It is a weird feeling sitting in here again because although, I don't know, 4 months has felt like a huge amount of time from sitting in here and talking to the camera in this space. I got very used to talking to the camera in very weird locations and very cool places, outside and all over Europe. And it's also terrific to be able to come back and actually look at my monitor and be able to edit here. To have this screen now and it's nice to be back at that. It's a comfort point for sure because it's easier. It's terrific. I'm going to be much more efficient here. Absolutely. Especially with the content ideas I've got. I think I can record so much talking stuff in here so much faster. And I think over Europe, I got better and better at talking to the camera. And I think that's going to be great for some short form content as well as the YouTube. Yeah, look, the last few days in Scotland and my last few days of the whole trip, I do regret not just sitting down with the camera and trying to talk about how I was feeling. That would have been really good on the last day because I was feeling weird. I don't know what I would have said to the camera, to be honest, because I just didn't know. It felt really odd. I'd started to realize that I actually had to go home, and that's the reality of it. The 4 months, it felt like that was the new norm, and realizing that I was coming back here and I kind of had to face the music, I had to come back and get to work and face reality again. It was like what I experienced when I came back from Indo, but just on a much bigger scale. I think probably talking to the camera would have helped me actually think through that, because I'm pretty settled in now, but I got back about 36 hours ago, and that first 12 hours was just really pretty uncomfortable. Felt off and didn't feel like I was really here. Didn't really feel real. It took me until kind of the next full day of getting outside and just seeing home again, that I kind of was fine with it and realized, look, I'm home. This is good, and that's where I'm at now. I'm really happy to be back, and I've got work to do, and that's great. So the jet lag's pretty much done. Not really believing in jet lag. We'll just kind of hustle through. But I have been resting, and we've got the next 2 months has a lot of work, and that's good. So we're going to be kind of guns blazing, and I want to, over the next week, lay out a good plan for how I'm going to attack the next 2 months in particular. Like how I'm going to block my time. I want to be efficient and not burn out. And get my body right and start running better, start running again and start training again and have everything improving without burning out in one area. So I don't want to burn out in content or get injured or not do good work. You know, I want to make sure that I can do everything well. And I'm excited to pull out my journal from the trip because over a lot of it, I was writing and planning and brainstorming how I could come back and be the best version of myself based on what I was kind of learning as I traveled. So look, we're here. It's really cool. It felt like such a long time ago that I was looking at this board behind the camera and sitting at this desk. But this is my sacred space. This is where I love to do work and love to be creative and love to just talk to the camera and make videos. So it's sick to be back. And I want to play with the space a bit, improve it, upgrade it in a few ways. We're home. Maybe this is chapter 3 now. I don't know. I'll have a think about that. But we've definitely turned a lot of pages and I'm excited to figure out how we're going to approach this next end of the year. How do we approach the next 3-4 months? Action, back in this bitch. We're at John Street Cafe, which is actually the place where I did my day 18 rejection. Right up there, in that middle bit. It's probably the most nervous moment of my entire life. We're cooking away here. You would have just seen this.
Yes.
Well, I'll do an outro. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Yeah, watching as well. It's not a podcast.
Yeah, true.